Good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to show y'all what I had on my mind. This is Wikipedia's page about the Trail of Tears. What I thought about over the weekend was how we were forced, the Cherokee, into Oklahoma. Then what I thought about, and see, it shows here on Wikipedia the Cherokee removal in 1838. The last forced removal east of the Mississippi was brought on by the discovery of gold near Dahlonega, Georgia. And this is what they do. They look for treasures, not even considering the people that they hurt. So we were forced into the Trail of Tears. Okay, so I just started thinking about Tulsa, Oklahoma. This was in 1838. The 5 civilized tribes, these are people that were living in the deep south. And then they poured, let's look up the Indian Removal Act. Then they talking about Christian missionaries protest against the law's passage, right? Okay, so I'm trying to find a way to put up. I think I can look at Trail of Tears maps. How about that? Okay. So what we're going to do is find us a good old map. This is where we were forced. Georgia, and that's Oklahoma. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm just trying to find one showing us. Okay, right here. That's Oklahoma, right? So over here, what we're gonna do? So it's Oklahoma. Yeah. Here. Wow. Y'all see this? This is exactly what I was thinking. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now let's take a look at where we were forced. Right. Oh, that's what it does. Okay. Now, right here, same spot. So we were forced out, and I mean, I don't know why I was thinking about this weekend, but something clicked in my head, of course. Look at the pattern. And we were all forced out of these parts. We don't know how accurate where, because we know some, and this isn't accurate. Let me go back. I don't like nothing not accurate, honey. Let me see. Trail of Tears. Let's get us a better map of the migration. Forced migration, right? Okay, so we see where all these people were forced. Here's a better one. And it just bothers me. They were forced out of Florida. Now the red is the Indian reservations headed into that direction. And then those are the Trail of Tears and other Indian removals. They don't even have the decency to give these people names. It's just other, right? So then, let's see what year. This is good. And see, I want to do this with y'all. I wasn't. This is in 1830. Now, let's say from 1830 to 1921. These people were forced into migration. First of all, we were invaded, conquered. Here, invaded, conquered, forced into migration. Here. And then after, and I'm looking at 100 years. 1830, this is 1921, almost 100 years later, we have rebuilt, and our economy was flourishing. That still wasn't good enough. Oh, you can leave here by us forcing you out and build and still be prosperous? No, we won't have it. So we're going to bomb you. Now, stuff like this just makes me so mad. Because, again, in my opinion, we were warring with each other then. And then, we allowed the enemy to infiltrate our whole damn country. Not just a state. Not just a couple of states. A whole country. Then, that wasn't enough. They then forced us out of where we wanted to be or had roots into another area. And taking 18, what does this map say? Yeah, excuse my sinuses are messing up. 1830. 1830 to 1921. "91 years later, here's Tulsa. And this is the story of anyone truly believes the last April attack on the federal building in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, was the most tragic bombing to take ever to take place on United States soil, as the media has widely reporting they're wrong. Plain and simple. That's because an even deadlier bomb occurred in that same state nearly 75 years ago. Many people in high places would like to forget that it ever happened. And these aren't people in just high places. People in low places like to forget that it happened. Nobody wants you to talk about your history, your culture, the wrongs that have been done and justified against you. But we can talk about every other country, every other people, and get reparations from them. So, searching on the heading of riots, Oklahoma and Tulsa in current editions of the World Book Encyclopedia, there's conspicuously no mention whatsoever in the Tulsa race riot of 1921. And this omission is by no means a surprise or a rare case. The fact is, one would also be hard pressed to find documentation of the incident, let alone accurate accounting of it in any other scholarly reference or American history book. So they wipe clean the dirt, and that's what they do. He who conquers, invades, they write the history. So any kind of wrong on their part, like I said, you know what I watch? I watch Israel and the Palestinians. The same way they are treating the Palestinians, that's what's going on here, and worse. But this isn't about that, so we're going to keep moving. Now, the date was June 1st, 1921, when Black Wall Street, the name fittingly given to the most affluent all-black communities in America, was bombed from the air and burned to the ground by mobs of envious whites. In a period spanning fewer than 12 hours, a once thriving 36 black business district. Get out or be quiet. A once thriving 36 black business district in northern Tulsa lay smothering, a model community destroyed, and a major African American economic movement resoundingly diffused. The night's carnage left some 3,000 African Americans dead and over 600 successful businesses lost. Among these were 21 churches and 21 restaurants, 30 grocery stores, and 2 movie theaters, plus a hospital, a bank, a post office, libraries, schools, law offices, and a half dozen private airplanes, and even